so that people can all the good stuff we have to say that I never post.
I missed the whole hair conversation.
I'm going to get all on YouTube one day so that everybody, they are up there, right? So, okay, so hold on. Let me grab my calendar real quick. I changed locations.
Hi, guys.
That was awkward.
Let's celebrate some victories first this week. Who's got a victory to share with us? Joanne, you got one, don't you? Victory today, or victory this week that you've had.
I got my hair colored with success.
So pretty.
What kind of victory? I don't know. I brought on a lot of new challengers this month, so I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I have another one that is ordering today. So that would be, well, Success Club 12 I'll hit, but that's what, six new challengers.
Yep.
And they're all challengers, which is good, because they're going to start out, and that's about it. I mean, that's about my max. I can't, actually, they'll really kind of be that, these last two will start in November, which is good because I can't manage more than 4 people in a month.
Right.
Holding them through. So, yeah. That was good.
And that is awesome. And we were talking about that last night, that really when you look at coaching, there's a few ways to do it. And again, there's no right or wrong way. But Joanne and I and others in this have also experienced where, you bring in so many people because you're on fire and people are just attracted to what you're doing. And then you get them in and you're like, whoa, what do I do with all these people? And you don't feel like you're being a good coach to anybody because you have way too many people. So sometimes I think when you feel overwhelmed of thinking, oh my gosh, Joanne's brought in 6 people. There's no way I could do that. If you're feeling that way, think of this. Bring in 1 to 3 this month. That's it, right? 3 is going to get your Success Club 5. Bring in 2, bring in Shakeology people. But just really, and again, I've made this mistake a lot. I'm always zooming forward and looking ahead and spinning my wheels, getting my points, and that sometimes I stop and forget to look backwards. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I got all these people back here depending on me. And if I don't coach them, do you know what happens to them? Bye-bye. They go away. No matter how hard I'm trying, no matter what I'm putting out there, because they came on because of me. And if I'm just always looking ahead and not slowing down sometimes to turn back and go, wait a minute, I really got to groom these people. I got to really make sure that I'm not just spinning my wheels and pulling them in and, kicking them out the back, because then this business will drive you crazy. Okay, because you will feel like all you're doing is this, on a wheel. But when you all of a sudden stop and go, I'm going to slow down here and not try to bring on 12 people. I mean, Joanne and I both brought on 12, 15 people, 20 people in a month. And let me tell you what, I think both of us probably lost 19 of them. Joanne, I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, I was going to say, oh yeah, for sure. And and I only use that, again, I only use Success Club numbers when I say I have Success Club 12 hitting soon, only because really that just equates to the number of people, but that really is 3 to 5, that's 3 to 5 people, so it's not like I look at my business and go, I have to hit Success Club 10 and Success Club 12 and 15 because I'm trying to hit a number. I come from industries where it is about hitting numbers, right? So if you're in the sales and marketing in any business, it is about hitting numbers, where you have to make that mindset and make that change where it's not about the number, but it's about the number of people that you're willing to work and coach through in every month. So that's 3 to 5 people, but it's all about them, right? Like I know everything that they are struggling with. I know why they want to join our team from a standpoint of accountability and what their goals are. Some of them are going to take 6 to 8 months to hit that ultimate goal. But that's okay. I know when they're starting, and now I have them documented, and I can work through that with them. So like we were saying last night, because we were talking with Joe, I don't know if he's on the call, but he's great at signing people up, and that's awesome, and hitting Success Club. But what we want him to do is, maybe just focus on hitting Success Club 5. That's 3 people that you're going to bring in and you're going to coach every single month, because if you can do that, then you can truly hold them accountable based on their goals. And then you're going to see if they are possibly somebody that's interested in coaching, because they're going to get their own results. They're going to get their own transformation, whether it's physical or emotional or whatever it is, and they're going to love the community. But if you have too many people, then they're not really going to have that great Phase 40 experience, if you will. So, I mean, I think on average, hitting Success Club 5 should be all of our goal, but that's just because you're bringing in then 2 to 3 people into the community.
Right. And so, right, every month you should be, your goal in your brain and your vision, which is going to be what our call is about, is you see yourself helping 3 people. And so I think 3 people is a good goal that doesn't feel overwhelming. If you have 30 days to help 3 people, which means you do have to invite and talk to people on a regular basis, on a daily basis, because as we know, they don't just fall into our laps or jump and go, I want to do your thing and here's why, and I'm going to be your next best coach. Never happens, right? But the more you're like, hey, like I was just, when I jumped on the Zoom call, I was just on a call with, one of my challengers who is a discount coach who's considering doing this as a business and becoming a coach, but we're still really focusing on her day-to-day accountability and dialing it in. Because again, what I've learned from going to all these trainings is your best coaches are going to come out of that 4 months of experience of them just working with you, because then they turn around and they just do exactly what you did to them. Now, if you don't coach those people, they come on as a coach and like, well, what do I do? You didn't do anything with me. I just did it, so that's it, is that you have to show them what they need to do with their coaches eventually. Give them that customer service experience, if you will, as that coach. And again, that's where I truly believe that Tracker app comes in, and then our community in our Phase 40 accountability group also comes in. So and again, here's when we listen to the National Wake Up Call on Monday, here's one thing that just stuck out to me. I can't remember 90% of the damn call, but what I remember her saying is that if you don't remember your why, and if you don't have a vision, the how doesn't matter. It's not, how do I build this business? How do I build this business? How do I build this? Because it doesn't matter. If there's no vision, like what do you want this business to do for you, your family, your loved ones, your community, your legacy? What is it you want this business to do separate from anything else in your life? What do you want Beachbody to change for you? And so I think that's the homework for all of us this week, is to really sit down and think about that. What do I want Beachbody to do for me? And when you write that vision, it's saying, I want you to write it 1 year from now, and you say, I am healthier. I am, I am debt-free. I am paying off my car payment. Whatever it is for you, you write that down, and write it down with clarity. I am, working towards quitting my job. I am, whatever it is. And then I want you to do a 5-year one, because that 1 and 5 year, that 5 years really where your dreams can come true. Your 5 years should say, I am paying for my son's college with the Beachbody, with what I'm making from Beachbody. I will be sitting with you guys and my team in Florida in a home where we're training together twice a year. One will be in Florida, one will be in Colorado. We're going to have I can give you guys details. We're snowboarding. I know what my gear looks like. I know what color bathing suit I'm wearing in Florida. I could tell you which chair I'm using. I can give you down to detail what we're going to do each single day on our retreats. And again, the more detail, now I just need to write it down because it's always floating in my head, but the more detail we give to our vision, and that's what that thing I wrote in Coach Talk says, the more we're going to dial in the actions to make it happen. But if you don't know that vision, if you're just like, well, I don't really know, then the how doesn't matter. Then who cares how? Because if you don't know why, who cares how? So what I'd like for all of us to do is literally write down our 1 year goal from now. Like I'd like to say, I am 5-star diamond. I am, I paid down. I'm going to say, it says to write it as if it's already happened. I paid down credit card debt. I still got to think about my 1 year ones, I am, I booked our first retreat for training. That's one of my goals. I'd love to have a year from now, our first training retreat in that awesome home that I can start putting out there and saying, right, here we go, guys. Here's what it's going to take. We're going to have a 3-day retreat. And remember, these, for all of you that own a business, these are trips that you're writing off. So if you haven't been an entrepreneur and a business owner before, Rob can attest to this. Joanne can. There's a lot of awesome write-offs, right? Anything that you do that applies to Beachbody, you write off. And there's this fine line, but I go right to, I am my own advertisement. I am I can't do my job in different clothing. I have to wear workout clothes to do my job, right? I can't work out in jeans. So my workout clothes are my write-off. My shoes, those are write-offs. I only wear these when I do Beachbody workouts. See? So my point is that everything that I envision and that I dream of, if you're thinking yourself, oh, well, I can't go, I can't afford that, or my family would never let me do that, then right there you're like, right, because eventually when you are owning your own business, but when you have a team, let's say your vision for 5 years from now is you're doing this for your team. So where do you envision, what does your team look like? Who's on it? And again, I don't care if you're like, they would never join. Write down who's on your team. When you're at Summit and they're calling your name up there for 5-star diamond, who made you a 5-star diamond? Because you don't make yourself a 5-star diamond. You are made a 5-star diamond by helping your coaches succeed, right? You want them to get to diamond. You want to help them get to diamond. And then that's where their business is going to start to take off. And they're going to go, oh my gosh, this is real. Holy cow, I can't believe the vision I have is actually possible. My big, hairy, scary, crazy goal is actually possible. I'm making consistent money every single week, and it's growing. And the more I work, the bigger my check becomes. And the more successful I am by, this girl lost 20 pounds and this girl lost 30 pounds and this girl just came to me and I didn't even have to ask her and she came to me. Like, to me, that's the biggest success, right? When I don't have to be like, hi, do you want to come join my challenge group? No, when they're like, hey, someone said I should go to you. You're the expert. I'm like, ah! Yahoo! Because if you listen to, well, Joanna and I will share this call, but we did, right, in Coach Talk, that Danielle Natney's call, she says right now, she just came in. She was a single broke mom. She had over 200 and some odd $1,000 in credit card debt. She built this business. She thought at-home workouts were a joke, just like I did. I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff, there's no way it works. I only work out at the gym. She totally thought it was a joke. She decided to pick insanity because she's like, oh, look at this black guy with abs. He's might got something. And she'll say that. And she's like, thank God she did. She met her husband. She's got, and she's so funny. She's like, I have the best looking husband on earth. I have the best life on earth. And she talks about it because she basically built her business between the cat and the couch on a little girl computer. And all she did every single morning was the exact same thing. The exact same thing. The exact same thing. And she never stopped. And even though that gets boring and tedious to us, you get better because obviously if I'm drinking my shake every morning, getting my workout in every morning and reading personal development and recognizing my challengers or my coaches, that's a pretty damn great life because now I'm healthy and I'm supporting my family and it just starts to pay and roll forward. And her life now just built up where now she says she doesn't have to ask anybody. She basically has a pipeline of people coming to her all the time. And I believe she's been doing this for 5 years, five and a half years. She has a pipeline and it's not from her website. I want you guys to listen to the call because it's a long call and she keeps this business so simple, it's unbelievable. But she doesn't use any of those things. She uses a pen and a notebook. Colored pens are her thing. That's how she tracks shit. But she keeps it simple. She gets people results and she only works with people that are willing. If people are like, nope, she's like, well, then why do you want to work with me? I love one of her biggest questions was, why do you want to work with me? Because there's a billion things you can do out there. You can go to any gym, you can go to any other coach, you can go to this. Why do you want to particularly work with Beachbody products and why do you want to work with me as your coach? And that's something that I know that's kind of hard to say and awkward because if they're like, well, they're going to say, well, you inspire me and I see your consistency. That just makes you a better coach. You're like, see, the work I'm doing is working. That consistency of me just posting and posting and posting and posting and posting. I mean, right? It's the tedious stuff that drives us crazy, but it's what makes that wheel turn. And most people will get sick of it and quit because that's what 97.9% of the people that start this business will do. And that is a fact. And I don't want to make that negative, but it's a downright fact. So the 3% that don't, what do you think happens to them? They succeed. Because this is just a business where if you don't quit, you will succeed. But if you don't know what your vision is for what you want Beachbody to do to change your life, your family's life, your love life, how you affect the community, I don't care what you want to do with the money. Making money will be a byproduct of being consistent and living this lifestyle. So how you spend that money or where it goes, that doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to you, but don't think of it as, I don't want to make money off this. Then great, you have a donation every single month to the charity of your choice. Tell me that doesn't make an impactful difference in the world. And that's your legacy. You did this all to make a difference in the world and maybe you don't take any of that money. You put it towards something else every single month. But You have to know what you're going to do with it, what your team looks like. How are you going to even think about this? Where are you taking your diamonds on their first retreat? Are you taking them to Florida? Are you taking them to Colorado? Are you taking them to Grand Cayman? Are you, what are you guys looking at? What are you doing every day? How do you envision yourself running Zoom calls every week? Where are you going to get your topics? What are you going to do? Things like that. You have to envision yourself doing this. And as soon as you do, it's the craziest thing, but that click, that it will shift versus saying, well, I don't have, like I talked to a couple coaches yesterday. They're like, well, I said, do you have time for a Zoom call, weekly basis? She's like, well, I don't have time. I'm really busy. And I always want to say to myself, I do. I just think, okay, well, it's just not your priority, which is totally fine. But then why? Why bother? Because it becomes more of a burden than it is a blessing. And right, we know this lifestyle is a blessing if you lead it right every single day. It'll change your life. It'll change anybody's life. It'll change your health. It'll change your mindset, and it'll change your life financially if you never give up, just like the health part of it. People who come in, and I mean, we all have them. I've got challengers like, I gained that 4 pounds back. I'm like, send me what you ate this weekend. And she flips over the bag. It's got 780 grams of sodium in it. I'm like, okay, well, right there's why you failed. But let's just forget about that and move forward. But, but again, they're like, well, I don't know if this works because I gained the 4 pounds back. And I'm like, right. So I said, so again, this is a challenger I talked to yesterday. I said to her, well, so why are you doing this then? If you don't believe in this product and you just worried about these 4 pounds that keep going like this, okay, and she's on medicine and she suffers with depression and da-da-da. I said, then stop, because you've got to be willing to be this in for the long haul. And this is what I'm really working on with my challengers, your mindset. You need to be in this for the long haul. If your goal is 30 pounds, you and I are not just friends for 21 days, trust me. We're going to be friends for the next year, and you're going to be doing this with me every single month. There is no jumping off the train saying, well, I just got busy with volleyball, and I didn't know. Exactly. We all have the same 24 hours. What you do with it is what makes a difference. Don't get me wrong. We all get off track, right? But what you consistently do, I don't care if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, that is what is going to keep us moving forward. But without your vision, nothing will push you to keep doing that 15 minutes, hour, 6 hours, whatever it is. So goal for the week, or let's say homework for the week, is for everyone to truly write out your vision. And again, it changes sometimes, right? So your vision for 1 year from now, where you will be at with your business and with yourself, your whole vision of your life, and then 5 years from now. And what your vision is, what do you want? The question is, what do you want Beachbody to do for you, your family, community, the world? Anything, is that 3 good things, Joanne? Is there anything else that we could add to that? I think those are 3 good points, right? 1 year, 5 year, and how you see Beachbody changing your life. To me, that's the nugget.
Yeah, I think those are good. I mean, I think also I would look at 6 months too, because there's a lot you can do. I mean, I know there's a ton I can change right now over the next 6 months, right? And as you get going because sometimes I feel like I know where I should be. I know where I could be, and I have all the information I need. I'm just not doing it. Sometimes when you write down where you want to be in 6 months, or you tell somebody else, you're really going to be able to do that. I think we're all at a place where we can leap a little bit more in the next 6 months. So maybe a 6-month goal that's a little bit more short term, but it's not just so much a big vision. It's actual tasks that you can do. Like you want to complete a certain training, or you want to have your fitness page done with videos on it, or maybe somebody wants to hit a certain rank, or somebody wants to have their first 2, even though you're an Emerald coach, maybe they're not business builders and they're discount coaches. So you want to have your first business building coach or something. So I don't know, something smaller.
Right. Well, so then again, that would be, I think, setting our goals. So I think we should also have 30, 60, and 90-day goals just as business owners. Where do you want to be in 30 days? I want to bring on 3 new coaches within this month, and, 2 more challengers, because it is kind of a balance. Not everybody's going to come in as a coach, and some people are just going to come as a challenger, and then those are going to be your people that you switch to coaches in the next couple months, hopefully. But again, 30, 60, 90-day goals. If you don't write them down, you're just drifting, is what I call it.
Yeah, I guess mine were more goals, not vision.
Yeah, so kind of more of a short-term goal. But the vision of what you see yourself doing, in a year and 5 years from now, like I said, with your team. If you are, Sherry's Fitness, what is Sherry's Fitness doing in 5 years? Where is she having her leadership things? What day and time are your Zoom calls? That detail to the point where, again, remember, this earth is made of vibrations. So exactly what you put out to the earth, and the more you visualize it. I would love to have a Zoom vision board building party where we all just get on, grab your beer, wine, tea, coffee, whatever you drink. And let's just, it doesn't have to be big, get a little picture frame. And literally it's old school. You cut out, you print off the internet. I mean, I will have a high rise in Florida. I'm going to have a chalet in Colorado. There's going to be, snowboards on there for my son. There's going to be the beach. There's going to be our team. There's going to be photos. There's going to be parties. There's going to be celebration. Like, I can envision all of it, colors and everything. So I think the more vibrations we put out to that source energy, it's just going to start to fulfill us. And it's going to start for us to put that out to the earth, which is, there we go. Good job. See? Joanne has her. So that's exactly right. Just using a poster board, that's simple, and just start cutting things out of where exactly you want to be. So I think it makes a difference. And again, because all the people at the top, the successful people, this is what they talk about. If your vision isn't on point and you don't know why you want to do this business or how you envision this business changing your life, like maybe you say, right, in 5 years, I don't work where I work now. In 5 years, I envision myself on these Zoom calls from my home or from a beach or
and from... who's fun to do that with is your kids. I mean, I'm just laughing because I have them in my office always so I can pull them out. But look at Avery's.
Exactly.
She wants to be,
Exactly.
And then Aiden's got his, which cracks me up because it's so his personality, which is just him in the middle. He said, I want to play basketball in the NBA. I want to be successful. This is who I want to be. It cracks me up.
Great idea. Because that then too.
And live on the beach. He wants to live on the beach.
Right, and that then too they see you taking this Beachbody business, this little thing you own on the side that maybe doesn't seem like a big deal to them, or maybe it hasn't been taken seriously in your home, and it creates some kind of ownership behind it to your family. So when they see you'll be like, Mom made a vision board for her, this Beachbody thing. What does that mean? Well, these are the dreams she's building upon that business. And to me, it's a great teaching for your kids. And guess what? In 5 years, when half that stuff comes true, best life lesson I think we could ever teach our kids. Yep, I put it on a board 5 years ago. At that point, none of it was it was just a vision. 5 years from now, our kids are going to be, mine will be 18, and I don't even know how old they'll be. I don't even know how old my kids are.
16 and 18.
Okay, so they'll be those ages. And you know what I mean? So, and again, I think the kids see that too, slowly over time, my kids have started, right? They know. Gabby's like, she thinks if I'm not working, I'm not making money. So she'll be like, shut up, Jaden, Mom's working.
And even do it with your spouse, if you want to travel and what you want to do and where you guys want to be. It doesn't necessarily, our kids are younger, so it's we can tie that in, but no matter where you're at.
Yeah, maybe you put yourself with a condo with your spouse, or you guys have bought, a timeshare in Puerto Rico, or, but envision it together, and then they'll buy in to say, you know what, I want you to do good at that, babe, because guess what? I want to be in that Puerto Rico condo with you. And I don't want to be working.
Get yourself a nice new Lund fishing boat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rob will be in a tree house. Rob will be living in a tree house in Canada by himself, but he will have the best technology for us to get in touch with him. And he'll be running his challenge groups from there. So it'll be awesome. Right?
Yeah.
Treehouse Rob. Rob, we have so many visions for you.
We do. Oh my gosh. And we have so many nicknames for Rob. We always do.
Awesome.
But I think the point is your vision and who you are and what you want, right? And if you don't put it down, I love pulling those boards out. They're right here, obviously, next to my desk. Yeah. And it just, and honestly, mine, I think we created these August 2014. We just keep adding to them.
Yeah.
And really not much has changed. We just keep adding, but it has the same theme. So, Aiden might change his NBA plans now he's getting a little bit older, but I hope not. I hope he always dreams, so, but yeah, they're fun to do. And it's just fun to hang up. And like you said, all I do is cut out of magazines. If I see something online, like I'd like to take the kids to Disney twice a year. They're at the age where it's fun to take them to Disney. They're not crying in a stroller and all that, right? So I would love to be able to have Beachbody pay for that. So just I'll get deals that come across. I'll print them out and I'll stick it on there.
Exactly. Any
Something fun
on that stuff though? Anybody have any questions or thoughts or been like, I've never even thought about a vision for this business? Because I know some of you haven't.
right? True.
But that's okay. It took a while. It took me 18 months of sitting here. 18 months. And that's what I just don't want to see any of you do. If I would have been moving my butt 18 months sooner, do you know where I'd be by now? It's 18 months is huge. And I just sat here going, I did not have a vision. But it took me a live event to get that vision. And so that's why they say over and over and over, live events are so important, because most people have their aha moment and their vision clicks at a live event. They realize the opportunity. So their vision becomes from this, well, I want to make $1,000 maybe a year with this, to holy cow, I can buy condos and retire my husband and do this full time. Okay, what do I need to do? Work out, drink a shake, and talk to people about it? Okay, I think I can do this, because anybody can do this. If 9,000 other coaches at the top of the list can do this, we certainly can, right? All right, so any questions about that homework? And I'd love for us to share it in Coach Talk, because in something I was reading, it says, to kind of share your vision and then let people help you tweak that, So, Carrie, what about having a sailboat on that, a yacht docked down by your, house, and this network kind of gets to be fun. And then you can say, it helps each other be accountable. Like we said, we can help Rob build his tree house if we know that that's what Rob wants, tree house and boats. So, all right, let's talk about some other victories. Rob, give us one victory for you this week.
So I have 7 people who are interested in my challenge group.
Wow.
Yay!
Awesome.
And that was the very first invite that Rob ever put out. We created
Yes.
an event together. We created a Google form for him to send them with the 6 questions. And that was just yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
He's already talking to 7 people, which that's probably the most people you've talked to at one time about it, right?
Well, they've been following me, or they've shown some interest in the past. Probably those 7.
That's awesome. That's a great victory. How about you, Sherry? What's one of your victories this week?
I've got two people that I'm talking to about Shakeology still. It's kind of been going on for a little while, but that's okay. And then one person that's possibly interested in a challenge group. So still working on those.
Awesome. Very cool. That's awesome.
And you're rounding out the end of the alternate reset.
Yeah, this whole thing is, I'm still just processing all of this, but it has been incredible. I mean,
It's amazing.
really just mind-changing. It's been really, really cool.
That's huge. That right there, that alone right there is a huge victory, because that's like a aha moment with the products.
Yeah.
Buying the Beachbody and how it's having a direct impact on you. And then when you start inviting more and coaching more, that's what comes out is you, right? And that's when people are going to start coming along more. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been
share that.
It's
That's
been an
exactly
amazing experience. Really, really, really cool. And I'm gonna write about it, but I'm still putting it all together in my head.
Yeah.
So
It took me a couple
I'm
days.
getting ready to leave on a trip tomorrow, though. So it's going to be, the next couple days is going to be kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But my mind is in the right place, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm not going to be able to follow exactly the food, but I know what to eat. So I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. It becomes so much habit, like you said, and you don't even want to put the other stuff in. You're like, oh no, what'll happen?
Yeah.
I know. Well, we're
to
going to San Francisco, and I've got my mind set on a bowl of clam chowder, and I'm actually kind of afraid to eat it because I think I'm going to shit myself like crazy if I try to eat that at this point. I think it's going to be a disaster. I haven't had any dairy, and I don't even know how long, and clam chowder is basically cream.
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
So,
that's why I was like, is it broth or cream? Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I might just have a taste I don't know. We'll see.
You'll be fine. You've been so consistent, and this is what I've learned from the Ultimate Reset, because I still try to eat that way 80% of the time. I made the coconut collards last night. I made my pinto beans and rice yesterday. That's what I just had. I actually had that for lunch this morning with scrambled eggs. So I think because you've gotten so clean that it actually will just go right through, and not in a bad way, but your body will eliminate it because it knows that you're getting good stuff. That's what I found. I would eat shitty, and I'm like, oh, it just kind of goes right out.
Yeah. You know, I just don't know that I want to experiment on vacation.
But you know, I mean, and this is kind of gross, but you've gotten to get such good, solid poops with this whole thing that I honestly think it doesn't mess it up until all of a sudden we really start to mess with our gut again, where we start consistently giving it those bad choices.
I think the thing that I have loved the absolute most from this whole experience is the water. I mean, I'm drinking a gallon of water a day and I just feel completely clean all the time. And my pee is this color. It's like this.
Yeah.
I've never had clear pee in my life. It's always been colored.
Yeah.
Who knew? Who knew? I didn't know.
I know. It's so, and how satiated you are by drinking your water, which makes you realize you're like, I don't need all that stupid food I plunge into my mouth when I'm not drinking my gallon of water.
I literally have not been hungry at all on this. Not at all.
I find it to be magical as well. I mean, I could literally run this whole business on the 21 day, on the Ultimate Reset, because I just think that it is the end all be all to change you and to get you started and where you need to be. I think someone should honestly do that first, then get into the 21 day
for sure
stream to start working out, because they're going to lose that layer of fat. They'll start to see muscles. Now we train them how to eat on a daily basis after we cleaned all it out, literally.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to ask from people to go, well, you spend this at first, and then they can't even understand putting pills.
Right.
It kind of goes against the grain of what
I do think, though, you have to totally be in the right frame of mind going into it, because it's not only a huge financial commitment, but it's a huge daily commitment for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there are people out there that would do it just because they're disciplined people. But if your mind is not in the right place, I could see how it would just be like, forget this. I'm not doing it. It's too hard, too much work.
Yeah, you do.
That shit tastes gross. I don't want to do it.
You don't mind those greens so much anymore, do you?
Not really. I mean, I still think it does. I wouldn't say it's good. Like, ooh, I can't wait to do it. There's still a little of, it's 3 o'clock. I got to do that green shit. But it's not a big deal. Just do it.
That's awesome. Well, I'm so happy for you. It's great. So hopefully other people on our team will, like Rob's going to be tied up a little bit with his medical conditions. And so Rob, maybe you can reach out to Sherry as well and kind of talk to her, because she did that post, like I said, about focusing on just her nutrition, because she's going to be laid up. And so Rob is going to be laid up too with some procedures for his kidney stones. And so maybe like I want him to kind of look at what you've done and put it out there that way, that he's still going to coach challenge groups, like you said in your video. All you needed was a phone and a computer to do your job. And again, so it shows the ownership of your job, of how you're taking it seriously. You don't care if you're laid up on your back. You're still going to be coaching the challengers through the challenge group. And then once you can join them, you'll join in.
I think it's the perfect thing to do when you either can't exercise, or you're limited on what you can eat, or your mobility is limited or something. I mean, my type of being laid up is I'm not going to be able to walk correctly for 2 months. So, I mean, that limits my ability in the kitchen. But I mean, if you're going to be, still able to cook your own food and that kind of stuff, I think it would be a fantastic thing to do when you're trying to lay low, for sure. And if you're, having issues with your kidneys, this is cleaning all that stuff out anyway. So it would be nothing but helpful. And all that water, you'll be peeing like a crazy man.
Oh, I already am.
Yeah.
My husband struggles with that too, so I know that whole thing. It's a pain, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rob, if you need help, reach out to Sherry, because she's putting out that same thing right now. So
Okay.
watch her videos and even get ideas from her videos to kind of do your own. Because remember, people are going to be inspired by you. You could share hers, to help promote that, because that could be other women who are, I've got other people on my team that aren't able to work out that are doing these types of, more nutritional programs versus workout programs. Use all of us on the team, and all of us can do that, use one another. with our before and afters and our stuff like that. We should actually create a file of all of our before and afters.
Yeah.
Other that we can all.
You know what's crazy? I kind of started changing the way I eat about 2 weeks before I actually started the Ultimate Reset. So if you count from that 2 weeks to now, I've lost 14 pounds.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
I have only done very light yoga. I have hardly worked out at all. So that to me just speaks really loudly to the fact that exercise is really a side note to this whole thing. It really is. People say it's 80-20%, but I think it's more than that. I think what you eat and how you eat and when you eat is way higher than 80% because I'm really not working out. The yoga, I feel like it's just more for my mind to kind of get my mind in the right place, but it's not really like, exercise. I wouldn't call it exercise. So that's been really huge for me. 14 pounds from just changing the way I eat.
Yeah, that's great. And that's why, a lot of the coaches that Nissan and I follow, that's why some of them, they only work with the 21-day fix.
Mm-hmm.
Any new challenger that comes in, it's 21-day fix because you got to dial in your nutrition first and get involved in the accountability in the community and then the workouts.
Well, I think it's something that we talk about and we say, or at least I have, but I don't think it's something that I really understood with experience until now because I'm actually doing it. Food is different. Exercise is way on the low list. So, and I think one of the reasons I'm only trying to still do the yoga because it's really hard with my foot. I have a lot of struggles with it. I think it's more just because I don't want to get out of my routine of working out. So I just still fit it into my morning schedule, but it's more just so I don't lose the routine of it.
Good idea, because I agree with you. I totally was blown away by the fact that I was like, holy cow, I'm in better shape. And I didn't work out at all. All I did was take walks. I didn't do anything, and I lost 18 pounds total from start to finish. And then just continued that lifestyle. And I was like, I feel great. I'm not working out at all. And then I was like, then it is hard to kind of get back into that thing because your muscles have gotten, they have it, the memory's kind of gone from that couple weeks. I took longer than the 3 weeks off. I probably took almost 6, to be honest with you. I just kept continuing to eat better, and I kept losing weight. And I was like, well, wait, this is wholly crazy. Like workout is secondary. Workout is about developing the muscle and the heart versus losing weight part. You can't out-train a bad diet no matter what. Well,
I didn't want to stop completely working out during the reset because in 2 weeks I'm going to not be able to. I won't even be able to do yoga for 2 months. So if that noise you hear is not anybody farting, it's my dog's pig toy. I
thought
somebody blowing their nose.
We were in Walgreens last night, and these squishy pigs were on the counter, and Jerry decided to buy 2. So we've got squeaking pigs all over.
Yeah, we all love noise-making toys.
Yeah, great.
All right, is there anybody on here do we need help with anything? Anybody struggling in any areas? Is there anything we want to cover before we go? We're at the end of the month. Obviously, we have a week and a half left here. And I'm promoting that the Core de Force workout for November. We should all think about, kind of promoting that. I created an event. If you need help creating an event, let us know. But that's going to be a huge launch, and it seems to be something people are really looking forward to because we haven't had a program like that in a long time.
It's like kickboxing, right?
Yeah. Kickboxing. The only thing is the workouts are 30 to 45 minutes, which I don't like 45-minute workouts anymore, but it's only a 30-day program, so that's good. I like that. The shorter, the better for me. But so I think it's going to be great. So, and again, that's just personal preference. Rob and I did one for him. His event was 21-day fix because, again, I do believe it's where everybody should start. And I don't think it's a bad idea to have 2 events going. Like I may do one for 21-day fix and the MMA and the Core de Force. Always kind of recruiting one or the other to try to build up stuff like that. Again, we're failing forward, so anything you try isn't a bad idea. You can't have too much. You'll just know whether one worked and one didn't. So if you need help. And then we here in Chicago have Super Saturday. Sherry will be looking forward to hear how your Super Saturday is as a newbie in Vegas. So that'll be kind of cool to hear about that. Maybe you can do the Zoom call after that and tell us what you learned at your Super Saturday.
Okay.
Would that be cool?
Yeah.
So that would be like November 2nd or something, 3rd. I don't remember what day that is, but whatever it is. But yeah, let's have you do that. I mean, we'll kind of.
I'll be doing it from my bed because that'll be 2 days after my back surgery, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Hence again, how you show your coaches that guess what? You don't need to be up and walking around to run this business. You can do some calls from bed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we won't keep anyone longer here, but any other thoughts, ideas? So let's do our vision, our goals for 30, 60, 90 days. Write them down, and then our vision for 1 year and 5 years from now, and what you want Beachbody to do for you.
And put it in Coach Talk.
If you're ready to share it, put it in a Coach Talk, or share it with your upline coach, or whatever your comfort zone is. For sure, your upline coach or maybe your success partner. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But your upline coach should know, obviously, to help you get there. But yeah, if people are comfortable doing it in Coach Talk, that'd be awesome because it's going to help every one of us the more we put it in there. So that would be great. And then we all kind of know what we're working towards, which is fun because, again, you have to have a vision for your team and maybe you name your team something. What is the name of your team? It doesn't have to be Phase 40. What's your team? Things like that. So, all right. Well, that's exciting. And this one will go through, so next week will be the 26th. Joanne, have fun in Cabo. Joanne's going to Cabo tomorrow.
Thank you.
I'm going to San Francisco.
And Sherry will be in San Francisco. I'll be in Aurora, Illinois. Want to see how tan I get?
Yeah.
Spray tan as these clouds come rolling in.
I know.
Well, it's all right.
Oh, well.
All right, guys.
Yeah, take a look.
Work out. Maybe we should all too. Let's try to each recognize a challenger, somebody this week, so we get that recognition part in. That's super important. Somebody you're working with, or even talking to, or somebody that's reached out, whatever, something like that to keep people moving. Part of our the fourth. What do you call it? Darn thing.
Recognition, vital behavior.
The vital behaviors, the fourth one again. And so I think it's one that when you don't have coaches or customers, it's hard to do. But as you start to get used to doing it, people are going to want to be recognized, and again, it will draw people to you. So let's do that. All right. Well, if that's it, let's go. Let's move forward.
Awesome.
We'll try to post this if I can get it. It's that everything takes so long. I don't have patience. That's where I need another assistant. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Sherry. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye, Carolyn.